there, this is Suzette and I'm redefining my 60s on my own terms. This is a channel where we look at all things age 60 plus. The things that the content that talks about your 40s and your 50s does not do justice. And so I was looking myself, searching on Google and searching even here on YouTube to try to find specific information relevant to black women over the age of 60. And guess what? I couldn't find very much. So I decided to create it myself. And so each week or whenever I feel the urge, I jump in front of my video camera and I talk to you about my journey. So it's kind of like a vlog where I'm really chronicling my journey in my 60s and sharing with you what I've learned about hair, makeup, skincare, health, wellness, and anything else related to life changes and body changes and all those kind of changes in your 60s. Today, I want to talk about something that I was on the phone with a new kind of girlfriend acquaintance because we're getting to know each other, and we were talking about aging. And I was sharing with her how I had noticed that as black women specifically, because this channel is about black women, specifically how as we get older, we tend to get more stiff in our movements, our range of motion, more stiff in our hip area. Even if we are walking and running and doing things, I still notice a kind of rigidity, almost kind of like this as women get older. And I was telling her that I actually talk to my body. I talk to my body and say, oh, no. We're not going to do this. I'm going to train you to carry yourself the way I want you to carry yourself throughout your life, right? And so, for instance, have you noticed that when you've been sitting down for a long time, when you get ready to stand up, you kind of do that kind of thing like that? Let me tell you, ladies, I have done that getting off the bed. I have done that standing up from sitting down for a while. And when I do it, guess what I do? I get back on the bed or I sit back down in my chair. And even if my body is hurting, even if my muscles are resistant, I will force them to behave as if they're not. I will. Even like when I'm talking, you notice I'm using my shoulders, my head, everything that I want to remain flexible and limber. Even when I'm dancing, I'll do stuff like this. Not because I'm trying to be cute, even though sometimes I am, but mostly so that my body doesn't forget that it's supposed to move. When I'm moving my hips, I'm moving my hips in a way so it can remind my body. So I'm not just kind of doing like this, but I'm making my hips move. And I'm not just moving like this, but I'm doing like this. Because I want my body to remember that it has range of motion. So when I sit back down and I stand up, like I'm sitting down, I'll stand carefully, square my shoulders, and even if I feel stiff, especially in this area, I will make my body move. I'll make it move. When I'm coming up the steps, I'm coming up the steps like this. So my body will remember, even if my knees are hurting, I will make my knees and my ankles. When I'm going up the steps, I'll pretend like I'm going up the steps in front of a room full of people. And I make my body glide. I'm trying to make sure that my body remembers. And you know what? You have to be mindful of it. Because as you get older, you kind of get distracted and you're moving and you don't realize how stiff you're moving, how your movements are becoming more stiff. You're kind of doing like this and you're kind of eating. No, you just eating, and I'm chewing, not chewing real slow, because I've noticed as people get older, they chew slower. They take more care with how they cut their food. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I might chew longer, but I'm not going to chew like I am old. I'm the one that says to this body, listen, knees, you're going to work with me. And I'm learning how to do like stretches like this, right? And like this, right? And movements where I'm broadening here or pulling here or pulling my foot back and taking my hip out. Just doing things so that my body remembers. And I'm stretching, I'm line dancing, I'm moving. Even when I move, I try to make sure that my body feels the movement. Like in between, and even now, I feel a little bit of discomfort in my shoulders, but I keep right on doing it. I keep right on doing it. I might put some CBD oil here and there, but I try not to take medication. I try to just do things to help my body to get used to moving again, to do little movements and stretches and things to just kind of help keep it flowing even when it doesn't feel well. And so I wanted to just jump up here and just have this conversation with you so that you will be mindful of your body as well, and that you will not let your body dictate to you, but that you will dictate to it and give your body what it needs. Give your body what it needs. Practice even when you're standing, even posture. Standing against a wall. I'm on a wall, standing with your chin tucked. So your head back like this, or your shoulders slumped over, putting your shoulders back, head back against the wall, and just standing like this for a while. And feeling, and let your body relax, and stand like this for a while. And also, making it a normal thing for you to tighten your core. That helps your posture as well. Instead of letting your stomach just, right? What you do, when you do that, you automatically lean. Look at that. You automatically lean. But when your shoulders are back, you tighten your core, it improves. It improves. And to carry yourself with dignity and elegance, lift that head, shoulders back, and practice. Let that be your practice. Let that be your walk. As if you're walking into a room and you own it. If you have that attitude, wherever I'm going, I'm owning it. Walk as if you're owning it. Teach your knees, even when you're exercising. Move your body in a way that it feels like, I'm owning my spot. I'm owning my body. I'm teaching my body to remain flexible and have movement. And when I'm doing the electric slide, I'm wiggling my shoulders and I'm moving around and doing all this kind of stuff, moving your head. All that stuff, it all wakes your body up to the fact that you're not old. You are not old. You might be aging, but you're not old. So yoga is very helpful in keeping you flexible. I go to Stretch Lab, which is a business where flexologists kind of give you something between like physical therapy, where they're physically manipulating your body to stretch areas of your body, move it in ways that it normally wouldn't, to keep your muscles elongated and your bones strong, and to help with your posture. Sometimes even I get a little bit of deep tissue work there. I go there once every week, and I'm telling you, I know it's an investment. But if vitality and aging gracefully is your vision, as is mine, then I encourage you, practice. I want you to be mindful of how you stand, how you sit, how you get in and out of a car, how you get up from sleeping. No matter how tired you are, think about it. Think about it. Sometimes I do movements in the bed before I even get up, so that when I sit up and I get ready to lift my body off the bed, that instead of it being like that, instead of me getting up like this, I will sit and I'll say, come on, body. Come on. And I'll just teach it. You know, you got to teach your body how you want to move. You got to teach it. Let it become your normal rhythm. Walk like you're listening to some great music that makes you feel like kind of dancing. Somebody used to tell me, when you go walking, walk like you're listening to some great music. Even when you're walking, walk like you're listening to something really good. If you walk like that. And so it's a practice. I know it is. I know sometimes these limbs can ache. I know sometimes you don't feel it. You're aching in places that you didn't even know you could ache in. That sometimes in your 60s, it feels like it's all happening at one time. Your ankles hurt, your knees hurt, your shoulders hurt, your wrists hurt. It's like everything is happening at one time and everything is hurting at one time. But I just believe in my heart that as I continue to practice, that I will train my muscle memory, train my body to consider not walking around stiff, but to think about movement. You know, even though I did that first movement and it was hurting, now I'm doing it again and it's not hurting. See what I'm saying? So you're just kind of moving it, not just, but just let your body feel flowing. Let it feel like a flow is going, and teach your body how to move. Teach your head and your shoulders. And I'm having to do it because I've had a lot of neck, shoulder, my traps tend to carry a lot of stress in them. And so I'm learning how to manipulate those muscles, you know, rub them and move my head around while I'm rubbing them and moving my shoulders and stuff around and just talking and having that fluidity, that feminine energy. Keep that feminine energy in your body. Let it circulate, let it flow, let it move. Even if you don't do yoga, kind of dance. And when you dance, just let your body just kind of move. That's why I love salsa. Because when you salsa, it's like everything. Your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your feet, everything is just kind of moving. So, I know I said a whole lot because I'm very wordy. But what I want you to leave with is this. This is your body. This is your temple. This is your vessel. This is your vessel. For me, I want to keep a feminine, elegant, flexible flow in my body as I age. Is it going to take more work? Yes, it is. Is it going to take me talking to my body, talking to my knees and saying, come on, and moving them around and saying, come on, get with it. Or use my hips. Yeah, that lower back. Yeah, you're doing little exercises to kind of move it around. Because it's like, no, we got to move. We got to walk. When we walk, I told somebody, I said, I want when I'm 90 years old, that my husband looks at me the same way he looks at me now. That I carry the energy and the aura and the sassiness and the playfulness and the sense of adventure and the joy. And that it's in my body, in the way I walk, that he just kind of gives me a second look, even when I'm 90 years old. A girl can dream, can't she? So anyway, that's what I want to jump up here and tell you. And Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I want to hear your comments. Some areas of your body you need to talk to and to train so that they won't get hard to train later, right? I want to hear that in the comments. As always, I always tell you, shout out your age. Let me know how old you are. Let me know what kind of information you want to hear about, because this is something that we're kind of curating together. I'm vlogging, yes, and I'm chronicling what's happening with me, but I'm very interested in what's happening with you as well. And if there's anything that I can lend you or offer you that can help you in your journey, then hey, I'm all about that. So don't forget to do that. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.